Hey there, Libra. Welcome back to my channel, and I just want to thank you so much. A lot of the Libra videos have done very well, and so thank you for that. And if the readings do resonate with you, please leave a comment and let me know. And even if it doesn't, alright, so I went ahead and pulled the cards, and just to kind of speed this up a little bit. So we're going to do a full reading today for Libra. And the first card that we've got today is the Death card. So I know that seems pretty terrible, detrimental, but really the Death card is just an ending of an old cycle. It can be a transformation, a spiritual transformation, or letting go. It really, of course, it can represent mortality, but for the most part, it's like a profound ending of an era, breaking old habits and starting anew. Okay, so the only time you really have to be concerned about mortality is maybe if you yourself are sick, or if you know someone who's really close to you who is, on maybe passing away from some kind of horrible disease, which unfortunately right now we've got a lot of that going around. But the other card that goes with this card is actually haters. So I'm going to go ahead and make the guess that it's probably not mortality. It's probably somebody in particular who is just getting on your last nerve. Alright, so haters. I actually looked up the definition of haters, and it says negative people. People who are rooting for you to fail. Someone who's jealous, resentful, and they just really can't handle you doing well. They would rather stir the pot, and just if they see you even slightly being successful, maybe the boss just patted you on the back for something that you did, they're gonna come behind you and say, oh, well, she didn't really do that good of a job, or the only reason that they did that is because I helped them. So always, stealing your thunder or trying to make you look bad behind your back. Not to your face. Rarely do the haters come straight to your face, but with social media nowadays, it's getting ever more hateful. They definitely will try to drag you down to their level and to make them feel better about themselves. Just like your bullies from high school. There's still bullies out there in the real world. So what's crossing you, Libra? We've got the Hierophant card reversed. And the Hierophant is like, it's a leader of the flock, such as a priest or... So anywho, let's talk about the reversed, okay? So reversal of this is some type of unconventional approach for life. Maybe you're breaking free from a religion, or you're breaking free from the traditional education system. You may be in a relationship that is an unconventional love relationship. Maybe you found yourself... okay, so one thing about this is that if the Death card is really close to this card reversed, it can mean a breakup. So you could be facing some really rough times, because the Death card means an ending to a long time relationship or job or something of that nature. So it doesn't necessarily have to do your relationship, but it does say the ending of a relationship or a marriage or something that's very serious. Like, if you just got your job and you're not really loving it, it's probably not talking about that, because it's not really something that's seriously, something you've been doing for a long time. But it could be like, it says not to be contrary. And I don't know if you're familiar with what contrary means, but kind of like a negative ninny. You don't want to be that person who's always complaining or just being rebellious just to rebel. Because the person that is telling you what to do is somebody you don't respect. Okay? So if you do have that feeling that you want to break free, just make sure it's for the right reasons. Okay? And it looks like someone might be messing with you or leading you astray, because we've got the catfish card here, which is basically talking about someone taking over like a social networking profile and pretending like they are someone who they're not. So this doesn't necessarily mean that it is your lover, or if you're not in the relationship and you're not, maybe you're not trying to find a lover right now, and you're like, there's no way I could possibly be catfished if I'm not even looking for a lover. That's not exactly true, because people can set up all kinds of websites, and even, if you just click on a link and it takes you somewhere and all of a sudden prompts you to log in, don't trust that. You're probably not, if you're already logged into Facebook, you click on something that's prompting you to log in, they might be trying to take advantage of you there. So it might not be that exactly, but you might be dealing with someone else. Like the picture on the screen says such and such, but maybe that's not who it is. So it doesn't necessarily have to do with someone who's your lover, but it definitely has to do with someone who's trying to take advantage of you. And the term catfishing comes from whenever they used to keep the fish. All right, so say they're on the other side of the world and they just went fishing and they pulled up a bunch of catfish. Well, now they're going to go across the seas and resell them. Well, they don't want them to be old when they could be new, right? So they go ahead and instead of killing the catfish, they just put them underwater and let them survive and live, and they feed them and they keep them healthy until they get to the other side of the ocean. And then, so in other words, they are not letting you know the truth while they're manipulating you. Okay, so you just gotta watch out for those manipulators. Anybody who might be trying to, keep you happy while they're doing you wrong. Watch out for those folks, okay? All right, so then your distant past, we've got the Star card, which is beautiful, spirituality, happiness, serenity, blessed by the universe, okay? And then, and it also says that you might have evolved. So even if, so you were having a really awesome time. This is the Aquarian card as well. The Star card is Aquarius, all right? And those are people with a birthday in February. And so this has to do with your conscious or your unconscious, evolution of your mind. So you can change for the positive consciously or unconsciously, subliminally. You can evolve from, animalistic ways, such as, it reminds me of a dog that hasn't been trained, and they'll jump on you, bite on you, and, tear up your brand new pants, or you don't want to be like someone who is unable to control their anger or their, rage, all right? So you also have to be careful and just make sure that you're controlling your demons. If you have, something that really, really gets on your last nerve, and there's always that one person that just has to come and, pick on you about whatever it is, then, you know, I call that the frozen lake. Have y'all ever been on a frozen lake and you're walking up on the lake and all of a sudden, you know, you see that there's cracks in it and you're like, I probably shouldn't, but you know, there's like something out there on the lake that maybe you dropped out there the last time you were out there, but now the sun's out, it's been out for a couple days, it hasn't been very cold, and you're thinking, I can just walk out there and grab that frisbee. Well, sometimes there's people in your life who are your frozen lake. And that is just a sign that you need to be careful what you're doing and really, really, you know, don't allow people like that in your life. If there's someone in your life that makes you feel like you're treading on a frozen lake just being around them, like maybe they might get you in trouble, or maybe they've been to jail multiple times, but they just really want to hang out with you. You know, that's the frozen lake. So we got to evolve from our old ways, whatever that is. Watch out for that frozen lake, okay? And then in your recent past, we've got the Five of Pentacles. So this is the man and the woman. One of them has crutches and the other one is just praying, and they're homeless, you know, and they're walking past the church and they don't even realize that safe haven is right behind them because they're too busy looking down. They're not paying attention to what's going on. So this is talking about financial security, illness, asking for help when you need it, supporting others when you can, and weather the storm with your loved ones. All right, so just because you're having hard times now, whether it be your lover, which I think it's talking about your lover because the next card we've got is Anchor Love, Venus. They don't always agree with you, but they guide you towards the light. Okay? So what's your best outcome, Libra? Best outcome, King of Wands. So the King of Wands, okay, so this particular card was reversed. So the King of Wands reversed is talking about think before you speak, restless energy, plan before you go. Action has to be planned and successful for your higher purposes, and make sure that you're mindful. Okay, so the King of Wands is like a very swagger-like king. He's very charismatic. It even says horny. A hero, a very smooth talker. And so this is talking about breaking your old patterns if it's upright, okay? But reversed, it's just talking about this restless energy that you might, you know, not be thinking before you act. And, you know, this could be causing you some tension because we've got the, your oracle card says tension is causing tension. And that's exactly what this is all about. The King of Wands, restlessness. You know, what you can do to overcome this type of strife is you can meditate. Just strive to stay calm, read a book. Stress, anxiety, and overthinking are not going to help you. It's only going to oppress you. All right? And I know a lot of people feel like you're just born into oppression. Wherever you were born, whatever your race is, people believe they've got their blinders on, that they are stuck, okay? But you have to invest in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. And you can't listen to those haters, okay? Cannot listen to those haters. You can't let them drag you down, okay? No matter what people say, success requires restraint and poise. So, you know what? If that hater comes up to you and tries to set you off, tries to make you hit them, or tries to make you do something that would cause you to get a felony or something like that, sticks and stones, all right? Don't let them destroy your happiness, all right? People try to do that. They'll come at you and they will try to make you crazy, okay? So let's look at your immediate future. So we've got the Knight of Cups, and this one's all about reckless behavior, but it's a romantic charm. So you know how they say that you ladies are always attracted to the bad guy? This is your knight in shining armor here, but he's reckless. He's showing reckless behavior, and just because I'm saying he doesn't mean that this is necessarily a man. If you are a man and your lover is acting this way and it is a woman, then this is not necessarily someone who is a particular gender. It's just a behavioral pattern, but they're in it for passion. The reason that they're acting so crazy is because of passion. So share your feelings, love and rejoice for what you have, and just try to, if you are this Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, be careful, okay? Because, just a little bit too much passion can be taken the wrong way, and it can cost you a relationship, especially if it's over jealousy or something of that nature. All right, so the next thing for your immediate future is manifestation. So what is manifestation? How do we manifest what we want? Well, mindfulness is, something that comes to mind immediately, but ask yourself questions, consciously create what it is that you want, and make decisions that solidify your future, okay? So if you were wanting a new house, then, try to pay your bills on time and work on your credit and save every penny. And you don't have to buy the most expensive soap and the most expensive socks and the most expensive deodorant. Try to save your money and try to work towards your goals, and then you can have realistic goals in manifesting. All right, so factors affecting your current situation are the Ace of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles are Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, which are earth signs. And this is new, solid gains, all right? So this is really great. A new job, a new house. Didn't I just say that? That's weird. Changes on all levels. You could have the opportunity for a new job or new goals, long-lasting solid gains too. Money, earth, manifest. So there's that manifestation again. All right, so manifesting is almost like learning. So if you're in high school, so let me give you a little info about myself. So when I was in high school, I didn't know how to learn. I mean, I knew that I was a visual learner, but I didn't realize just how very important it is to figure out what type of learner you are when you're trying to get better grades. So I was a C student, y'all. Horrible bad grades. I mean, it was really like just a couple really bad ones, but when I got in college, I had more time on my hands. I did a lot of searching on the internet, and I found, a test that tells you what kind of learner are you. And I think my school even made me take a test. My college made me take a test to find out what type of learner I was. In their curriculum, they actually had this huge section of curriculum just for these particular types of learners. All right, so it is not only important for learning, but in manifesting too. So if you're a visual learner and you're trying to manifest, then you're going to want to use manifestation techniques that are visual. But if you're a, some other type of learner, then it might not work for you. So, you can use other types of techniques to manifest if that doesn't work for you, okay? And underneath factors affecting the situation, underneath the Ace of Pentacles for this introducing something new into your life, it even says marriage or a child. It says rekindle your love and heal your relationship. Okay? Karmic love. Alright, so the thing about karmic love is, like, I actually think of siblings, but because I have destroyed my sibling relationships on so many levels. It's just like sibling rivalry never ends. But rekindling love on any relationship requires serious hard work, okay? So, persistence and external influences now. Let's move on to this next here. Okay, this is not the first time I've seen y'all have this card, Libra. So, this one is Torn Celestial Plane. This is your external influences. So, this is a huge warning card, okay? Overconfidence. Somebody has taken ample time to prepare for something that's they're unwilling or unnecessarily contributing to losing parties, okay? So, just be really careful with, I feel like, so this is a picture, okay? It's got a man, he's carrying his swords, and he's walking away from a situation. And there's two or three swords on the ground, and one standing in the ground. And basically, this is just someone who's not willing to communicate, not willing to move forward, and they are kind of a negative ninny, right? So let's see what goes with it. Wish upon a star. Alright, so this one is cute. It really is like kind of talking about lightheartedness, and I think that it has to do more with just being wishful, more of like take the time to go look at the stars, because that's just like, something that you do whenever some people never ever take a minute to look up at the stars, but it might just be that little bit of time that you take out of your day that really helps you and guides you, because it's kind of like meditation, it's just taking you out of the stresses of work and the stresses of everything, your house, and it's just kind of like going out in the yard and working in the garden. Maybe you're not really a gardener, so just go take a minute to look up at the stars. Who knows what you might see, right? Okay, so your final outcome, we've got the 10 of Pentacles, which is the wealth card. But Libra, it's reversed. It's reversed. So what this means is there's something holding you back from having everything you've ever wanted. And we're talking about selfish impulses, money coming in or dwindling, speculative spending, selfishness, narcissistic behavior. The truth will be revealed, okay? So, this is all about Mercury and Virgo. Okay, I don't know if you all know much about Virgo, but I'm a Virgo, so I'll fill you in. So, this could be anyone in your life who's a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn who's giving you this trouble. Or it could just be that feeling that the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Earth energy puts out. Like, I don't know how Taurus and Capricorn feel, but I know that I am so frugal with every penny. I always try to find the best deals, but not the cheapest deals. You know, you definitely want to get the best product for your money. So, you know, finding the best deal isn't the most important. What's the most important is finding the best deal that's going to last you the longest. So you don't want to go spend $400 on a fancy vacuum cleaner that's going to break down in 6 months, right? So do your research whenever you're purchasing large items. Do your, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to, you know, overcome. Do your research and make sure that you're not haphazardly going through life, okay? And by all means, if there's available to you help, then don't deny it. Don't deny yourself, okay? And the last card is Committed Lovers. How did I get so lucky? All right, so you might be, you know, feeling the Ten of Pentacles reversed, like you know that you have all the money. You have worked, you have done everything you're supposed to do. You should be reaping these rewards already, Libra. And you have a committed relationship, so, or you're trying to get to that committed relationship. And so what you have to do is just, you know, be mindful and manifest what you want. Find out what's best for you. And, you know, if there's something on a subconscious level that's dragging you down, do some of that dark night of the soul research. Find out what it is that's holding you back and overcome it. You know, take that shovel and, you know, find out what's deep down in your heart that's holding you back. Because it's not always, you know, what's sitting right in front of you. It's not always someone in your life that's dragging you down. Sometimes it's your subconscious. All right, and that's like the third card that we've had talking about the subconscious. So I have to mention the dark night of the soul. Basically what that is maybe something traumatic happened to you when you were a child. Maybe I watched too much Dexter. Possibly I've been watching too many TV shows about this kind of thing. But traumatic experiences do happen when you're young, and it does affect you for all of your days. And, like, you might not even realize that it's bothering you. But what you gotta do is, you know, overcome that and just keep on trucking. So for your last card, I'm going to pull out 1 or 2 solidifiers. Let's do 3. I'm already at 28 minutes in, but... Alright, so we got Serendipity, which is like synchronicity. Knowledge is power, and gaslighting. Ooh, okay. So serendipity, synchronicity, luck. That might just mean that an angel's watching over you. If you notice a lot of weird numbers, symbols repeating in your life, that might be your spirit guides trying to talk to you. God trying to send you a sign. All right, don't ignore that. Don't ignore the signs. All right, knowledge is power. All right, so be careful what you do. Right now, for real, it could be a life or death situation, knowing or not knowing. So know what's going on around you, know what's going on in your community, and try to help your community, especially with this pandemic, okay? And then for your gaslighting is whenever you're struggling to make things right in your life, and you have someone who's either undermining you, trying to make you feel crazy, or you go to them and you ask them to help you, and instead of them helping you, they blame you for the problems that they're causing in your life. Okay, so that's like, let's see. Honey, we're getting, bugs. Can you please go outside and rake around the yard to get, all the leaves away from the house? Well, I would, but... And they try to turn it around on you and blame you for their problems. Well, maybe you did it last time, or maybe who knows what the situation is. But the gaslighting situation is serious. It's beyond the leaves. Okay, it's like when you start to question your sanity. All right, it's like so what happened in the original story of gaslighting was, it was so long ago that they actually had gas lanterns in the houses, and the husband was going into slightly turning them all down a little bit, probably because he's a frugal Virgo and he didn't want to spend all that money on gas. But who knows, she's probably trying to clean, and so she goes over there, honey, did you turn down these lights? And he's like, no, I didn't. Not me. And she starts to question her sanity. Am I losing it? You know, when you feel to that point where you're maybe your lover, your kids, kids can do it too. Not just your lover, not just your kids, your mother, your father, your people that you work with can make you feel crazy. Like, they'll try and tell you that, they did their job, and then they'll blame it on you when it doesn't get done. That's also gaslighting. So sometimes gaslighting is just very light, and it's like, just kind of swapping things around on you. But sometimes it can make you straight up crazy. So don't go crazy over the gaslighting situation. Get you a diary. If you have someone that's messing with you so bad that you're questioning, did I do that? Did I do that? Get yourself a diary so that you know if you did it. Especially if you're like me. See, I'm epileptic and I take medication for my seizures. But any medication that starts with anti, such as anticonvulsant, anything that's anti is going to mess with your memory at least a little bit. So if you feel like you might be losing it, then start a diary, so then you know for sure if you're actually losing it or if someone's manipulating you. Okay, so I hope you Libras have a wonderful day. My readings are usually only about 12 minutes or 15 maybe. But I just really wanted to thank you, Libras, for hooking it up with all those views. So can you please give me some likes and some shares as well? It would mean the world to me. Thank you much. By the way, if you did really enjoy this reading, please leave a comment